Have you ever felt like life is constantly throwing obstacles your way, leaving you feeling defeated and overwhelmed? Imagine if you could transform every challenge into an opportunity for growth. What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that holds the key to becoming unstoppable, no matter what life throws at you? Welcome to our journey into the world of Stoicism, where we'll unlock the secrets of becoming truly undefeatable. Today, we delve into the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor, whose teachings have transcended centuries. In this video, we're not just exploring his advice, we're translating it into actionable steps you can employ to unlock your full potential in your present life. Please remember to subscribe the channel, like the video, and leave your comment with your opinion. The foundations of Stoicism. Let's briefly discuss Stoicism. Stoicism is about focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. Think of it as a mental toolkit that equips you to handle life's curveballs with grace and strength. Before we delve into Marcus Aurelius's top advice, Marcus Aurelius's top 10 advice. Now let us investigate 10 pieces of advice from Marcus Aurelius that can make you unstoppable. We'll weave these insights into practical tips for your daily life. 1. Embrace the present moment. Imagine waking up in a crowded city where daily life is relentless and noise never seems to stop. Ahead are a pile of housework, deadlines looming, and a mind exploding with future worries. Not really unusual. This was reality, as Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius often found. Still, he learned a valuable lesson in the ability to live entirely in the present, despite heavy responsibilities. Marcus Aurelius said famously, "The only wealth which you will keep permanently is the wealth you have given away." What he meant? It is essentially a call to live in the now and value the time you are now spending. When we spend too much time concentrating on past events or worried about future ones, we lose the richness of the moment. Let us help to build a picture. Imagine yourself seated in a cafe, coffee chilling right nearby. Your mind is racing forward, considering yesterday's argument or tomorrow's presentation. Instead of savoring the aroma and warmth of the cup, Marcus Aurelius would counsel that your peace and effectiveness are undermined by this ongoing mental turning away from the present. Adopting the present will enable you to transform your daily interactions. When you focus on what you are now doing, you become more interested and less stressed. For a project, for instance, thoroughly commit yourself to the work. See every detail, including your thought flow and the sound of your keyboard. This mindfulness raises output and raises degrees of satisfaction as well. Try this. Spend 1 minute just paying close attention to your breathing. Sensualize the rising and falling of your chest. See how this simple act of presence helps you to unwind. Marcus Aurelius deliberately paid this kind of focused attention. Even in the chaos of managing an empire, learning to welcome the present can enable you to uncover strength in the here and now and help you to regulate your ideas and conduct. Thus, consider Marcus's advice and maximize every hour you spend in your daily life. Focus on the moment. You will discover new degrees of clarity and resilience. 2. Control your reactions. Imagine yourself at a busy junction and a car cuts off you, aggravating you. Although your first reaction would be to yell and horn, let us pause to examine what Marcus Aurelius could advise. You have power over your mind, not outside events, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor famed for his austere wisdom, reportedly said. Understanding this will help you to discover strength. Stated differently, even if you have no control over events around you, you have complete power over how you react. Imagine this. Your computer fails only minutes before your major presentation is set to start. Your heart races and frustration surges up. At this high-stress phase, one can readily feel overwhelmed and angry. But supposing you chose another answer, instead of reacting in panic and inhale deeply, Marcus Aurelius would counsel you to back off and observe your first reaction. Although irritation is natural, you have choices about how to react. This is a time to learn composure rather than letting anger dominate your actions. Maybe you subtly ask for a small delay or quick change in case of a backup plan. By means of management of your reaction, you maintain focus and composure, thereby turning a potential disaster under control. This exercise will help you practice stopping for a few seconds in a demanding situation. Breathe deeply. Then ask yourself, what right now is under my control? You restore your power by focusing on your own reaction from the outside event. Marcus Aurelius developed this art over his rule, overcoming great challenges with cool headiness and reason. Using your method can help you also change how you handle daily conflicts and stress. Recall, your experience is shaped not by the events themselves, but by your reaction to them. Thus, the next time you have a difficulty, use your inner Stoic to help you to regulate your responses. 3. Accept what you can't change. Imagine this: you have just been planning an ideal outdoor event for several months. Everything is painstakingly set: the site, the decor, the guest list. On the day of the event, though, the weather report shows a storm is likely. Your first reaction may be pure panic. An erratic storm seems to wipe off hours of labor. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius offers a strong point of view on such events since his expertise has directed many individuals. This notion can be really liberating. The hindrance to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. It's about seeing opportunities instead of letting obstacles stop you. Let us therefore reinterpret this storm scenario. Think about how you might adjust instead of stressing the tension and disappointment of the circumstances. Maybe the storm makes you migrate the event indoors, so fostering a more intimate and cozy environment. Perhaps it inspires you to improvise using fresh, original ideas you might not have thought of otherwise. Unexpected events abound in life: a missed deadline, a sickness unannounced, a change of course in plans. Though usually beyond our control, our reaction to these disturbances is totally within our ability. Thanks to Marcus Aurelius's lessons, ask yourself what is under your power and what isn't when faced with a dilemma. Focus on learning to deal with the uncontrolled elements and examine how you could acquire fresh possibilities from them. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that although we cannot control every aspect of life, our reactions can enable us to develop and be more resilient. Adopting this style of thinking can assist you to realize that even the worst issues could turn into stepping stones toward more success. 4. Cultivate inner peace. Imagine waking up to find everything seems to be going wrong. You spill coffee on your shirt, your commute is disorganized, and a meeting at work feels as though it is disintegrating. It's easy for these little irritations to develop into a full-fledged stress and annoyance storm. But assuming there was a means to be calm and focused among the turmoil, Roman philosopher King Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but rather to your estimate of it." So reminding us that our inner peace defines us rather than anything else. Allow me to illustrate this concept via a narrative. Imagine Lisa, a committed project manager, working in demanding surroundings and with deadlines all the time. One day, her squad suffers a significant setback. Reports are late, clients are upset, and Lisa's stress level is insane. Overwhelmed, she remembers the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and chooses to act differently. Lisa pauses instead of allowing the outside turmoil define her attitude. She walks outside, inhales deeply, and considers the matter from a distance. She understands she can control her reaction, even if she cannot manage the outside problems. Lisa not only controls the crisis more successfully, but also preserves her inner serenity by emphasizing on solving problems and keeping a calm attitude. Starting with awareness, this habit of inner peace development proceeds. Remind yourself that your reaction defines your experience even in trying circumstances. Choosing a controlled and calm reaction on purpose helps you to keep emotional control. This means treating issues with a balanced view rather than discounting them. Try this simple exercise. Stop for a moment when you feel tension. Building, close your eyes, inhale deeply. Then ask yourself, is this circumstance under my control? If not, how might I respond to keep centered? This exercise guides your attention from outside stresses to inner tranquility. The lessons of Marcus Aurelius remind us that, independent of outside events, our strongest skill is in our capacity to control our inner condition. Growing inner peace can help you to gracefully and powerfully negotiate the ups and downs of life. 5. Practice gratitude. Imagine yourself at the brink of a busy city, under daily life's weight pushing down on you. Everything seems overburdening: the noise, the rush, the never-ending to-do lists. Under such circumstances, it's simple to concentrate on what's going wrong. But suppose you could change your viewpoint and discover happiness and peace among the tumult. Great Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and Stoic philosopher, had a different view of thanks. His comments: when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Remind us that there is always something to be grateful for, even in our most trying circumstances. One day, Emma considers her thank you list and finds something very important. Her list now consists of deeper acknowledgments, the support of her friends, the chance to follow her passions, and the daily little successes she achieves from basic comforts. This change of emphasis starts to affect her perspective. Problems that looked impossible a few years ago now emerge as chances for development. Marcus Aurelius's habit of gratitude aimed not only on enumerating his blessings, but also on changing his whole outlook. It's easy to get caught in the negative, but by deliberately concentrating on the good sides of life, we reinterpret our experiences. This is about striking balance and embracing the good that coexists with the challenges. Not about discounting problems. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, here is a useful exercise. Start a thank you diary. Write 3 items you are grateful for each morning. They are not grand. Even the little things count. You will start to see over time how this little gesture of appreciation alters your viewpoint. It helps you develop the practice of emphasizing the good things in your life, which will greatly raise your general level of wellness. Emma's story best shows the transformative power of thankfulness. She starts to face her challenges with fresh optimism and tenacity. As she does her daily routine, her stress reduces, and among her busy life she starts to enjoy. Including thanks into your daily calendar can be a very useful tool for negotiating the ups and downs of life. Concentrating on what you value helps you to match your attitude with a more hopeful and cheerful one. This change might greatly affect your stress management and enjoyment of your daily events. Therefore, keep Marcus Aurelius's counsel in mind going forward and stop every day to ponder what you are thankful of. This simple habit can assist you to discover tranquility and contentment even in the most challenging conditions. 6. Prioritize virtue. Imagine walking across a deep forest where every road and bend looks twisted with challenges. Though the path is difficult, It also presents opportunities for personal development and education. You come to see as you negotiate this jungle that the moral principles you cherish honesty, integrity, and kindness are like a compass directing you even if the road is not obvious. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice, he said. This allegory distills Marcus Aurelius' counsel on giving virtue top priority. Renowned for his Stoic philosophy, the Roman emperor thought that true fulfillment and peace could only come from leading moral life. This great insight inspires us to rise above pessimism and stick to our ideals even in the face of difficulty. James remembers instead Marcus Aurelius' advice on giving virtue top priority. He knows how his response to this could define his destiny and character. James chooses the moral path rather than talking negatively or exacting retribution. Rather, he approaches the matter professionally with Lisa and emphasizes using his career to show his values. By choosing to act honorably, James not only preserves his self-respect but also gains the respect of his superiors and colleagues, his will to go above the situation and focus on his own behavior instead of the misbehavior of others shows the power derived from giving virtue first priority. Choosing to act morally even if it is difficult shows our actual nature. When faced with injustice or conflict, it's about keeping to values like integrity, fairness, and respect independent of behavior of others. Marcus Aurelius reminds us of this. Choosing activities that align with your basic values on purpose helps you to develop a better self and improve the surroundings. Name a value such as kindness or honesty that is dear to you and ask yourself, next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, how you might react in line with this value. James's story shows that while it's not always easy, giving virtue first priority is a great way to negotiate the complexity of life. You establish integrity by stressing what's right instead of getting retribution or fixating on injustices, so creating a more pleasant surroundings for people and others. 7. Reflect on your actions. Every decision you make about which direction to steer left or right, about whether to raise or lower the sails determines everyone on board's travel and safety. You come to see as you negotiate these choppy seas, the need of always assessing your choices and direction of action to guarantee a good travel. When you have assumed these names, good, modest, true, rational, a man of justice, take care not to change them in the course of the day. The Roman emperor thought that true fulfillment and peace could only come from leading moral life. This great insight inspires us to rise above pessimism and stick to our ideals even in the face of difficulty. James remembers instead Marcus Aurelius' advice on giving virtue top priority. He knows how his response to this could define his destiny and character. James chooses the moral path rather than talking negatively or exacting retribution. Rather, he approaches the matter professionally with Lisa and emphasizes using his career to show his values. By choosing to act honorably, James not only preserves his self-respect but also gains the respect of his superiors and colleagues. His will to go above the situation and focus on his own behavior instead of the misbehavior of others shows the power derived from giving virtue first priority. Choosing to act morally even if it is difficult shows our actual nature when faced with injustice or conflict. It's about keeping to values like integrity, fairness, and respect independent of behavior of others. Marcus Aurelius reminds us of this. Choosing activities that align with your basic values on purpose helps you to develop a better self and improve the surroundings. Name a value such as kindness or honesty that is dear to you and ask yourself, next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, how you might react in line with this value. James's story shows that while it's not always easy, Giving virtue first priority is a great way to negotiate the complexity of life. You establish integrity by stressing what's right instead of getting retribution or fixating on injustices, so creating a more pleasant surroundings for people and other. 7. Reflect on your actions. Every decision you make about which direction to steer left or right, about whether to raise or lower the sails determines everyone on board's travel and safety. You come to see as you negotiate these choppy seas, the need of always assessing your choices and direction of action to guarantee a good travel. When you have assumed these names, good, modest, true, rational, a man of justice, take care not to change them in the course of the day. The Roman emperor underlined, stressing the need of often evaluating one's choices and behavior. This counsel reminds us to keep faithful to our ideals and always assess if our behavior supports them. Renowned for their Stoic philosophy, the Roman emperor underlined, through better self-awareness developed by introspection, Sarah improves her contacts with clients and colleagues. She finds several benefits from this approach. She becomes clear about her own principles and degree of conformity to them. She finds it simpler to make moral decisions under trying circumstances when they fit her values. Marcus Aurelius's advice on introspection goes beyond evaluating past behavior to include getting ready for forthcoming challenges. Regular evaluation of your activities helps you to better grasp your values and how they influence your behavior. This constant self-evaluation helps you to develop personally and increase your capacity to negotiate difficult circumstances with integrity. Self-reflection helps you to develop a closer awareness of your own values and more careful decision-making. Set aside some time each evening to go over your day and include introspection into your regular schedule. Think on the decisions you took and how they fit your values. Think back on what went right and how you might have made better decisions. Sarah assures us that she keeps true to her values and can negotiate her personal and professional life with assurance and clarity by spending time every day to evaluate her activities. Her story highlights the significance of introspection in keeping one in line with his principles. Remember Marcus Aurelius's lessons on introspection as you go forward. Review your choices and behavior, often to keep to your ideals and improve your own development. This habit will enable you to make more smart decisions and develop deeper self-awareness, so guiding you over the complexity of life with more integrity and ease. 8. Build strong relationships. Your life's happiness and success often depend on the relationships you create and nurture. Much as a house depends on a strong foundation and careful construction, consider yourself building a great house. Now it is time to build the walls, the roof, and the minute features that will define this house. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosopher had great awareness of the need of close relationships, emphasizing the need of establishing connections based on real character and mutual respect rather than surface appearance. He counseled, "Be not deceived by the outward appearance of a man, but look at his inner character." Let us tell a story to help to clarify this concept. Meet Alex, a brilliant software developer recently hired by a new startup. Alex discovers he finds it difficult to fit in with his new team. Even with his great technical ability, the workplace is under pressure, thus developing relationship with his colleagues looks difficult. Alex's narrative shows how real connection, mutual respect, and even fresh possibilities for professional development define great partnerships. By means of these exchanges, Alex not only fosters a more pleasant workplace, but also develops important professional rapport, better teamwork, more cooperation, and even fresh chances for professional development follow from these links. Marcus Aurelius's counsel emphasizes, how real connections go beyond simple exchanges. Their basis is in appreciating and respecting one another's qualities and efforts. Establishing great relationships calls both sincerity and work. It's about expressing empathy, living right now, and building trust. Alex's narrative highlights also the significance of not judging individuals only on their appearance or first impressions, emphasizing on knowing their character and showing actual respect helps you to develop stronger and more important relationships. Not only about networking or professional gain, developing amazing relationships is about building a supporting network that enhances your personal and professional life, therefore improving overall well-being, teamwork, and emotional support. 9. Seek wisdom. Though you have a roadmap to guide you along the way, every move you do presents an opportunity for improvement. This map embodies the wisdom and knowledge you learn along the road. Not merely a tool, think of yourself starting a magnificent voyage across unexplored ground. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, greatly valued the search of knowledge. Marcus famously said, "The only way to deal with this life meaningfully is to find one's passion and put everything into it." Seeking wisdom, he argued, is about dedicating oneself to comprehend life and make careful, informed decisions. Think about Maya, a young entrepreneur driven to start her own company. Maya leaps into the entrepreneurial world with great energy and ideas. She discovers, nevertheless, that her first thrill is insufficient when she faces obstacles. She needs a better awareness and insight. If she is to negotiate the complexity of business, Maya avoids common pitfalls and accelerates her growth by actively seeking knowledge from those who have taken her road. Her firm thrives not only because of her original ideas, but also because of the wisdom she utilized to refine and implement those thoughts. Marcus Aurelius's advice on the search of wisdom motivates us to keep growing and learning. It's not only about learning, it's also about deliberately using knowledge to produce notable development. Seeking wisdom is being receptive to learning from others, thinking back on your own experiences, and remaining naturally curious about the surroundings. To begin this, identify a place you wish development or enhancement. See mentors, study books, or have deliberate chats. Accept the road of knowledge as fundamental for your both personal and professional progress. Maya's path reveals the changing power of wisdom search. Opening yourself to knowledge and guidance helps you to more boldly and clearly negotiate the chances and issues of life. 10. Maintain perspective. Imagine now that you are down in the valley, concentrating on a single rock or small stream. Your perspective is narrow, thus you could overlook the whole picture. Imagine yourself standing on a cliff with a great view of a landscape. From this great vantage point, the vast landscape in all its intricacy and beauty is clear. Though Rachel is well known for her dedication and energy, daily responsibilities and problems often overwhelm her. A missed deadline, professional employed in a hectic corporate environment. If not her whole week, one issue seems to be wrecking Rachel's day. She has been working on a project for weeks and is frustrated and upset, the situation beginning to affect her overall perspective. Maintaining perspective is about enjoying the full journey and advancement. By stepping back from urgent problems, realizing that although daily chores may appear intimidating, they are usually merely minor components of a far greater picture. This exercise helps you move your attention from the present anxiety to a more harmonic perspective of your development. Spend a few minutes writing out your present worry and then list some things you have done or are grateful of. In response to a difficult scenario, think about how this difficulty fits the greater framework of your objectives and successes. Rachel's tale highlights how preserving perspective could turn a hard situation into a chance for personal development, understanding that every hurdle is merely one stop on a larger trip can assist her to approach problems with a more balanced, clear mindset. Think back on Marcus Aurelius' Stoic concepts into your daily life can help you to become a relentless force. Should this video prove useful, kindly like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Share your ideas and how you want to use these Stoic techniques in your daily life. With that said, thank you for viewing.